Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the Santé Organics Alliance team training. And let me introduce my fabulous friend, Mint Arilla, and she is a transformation guide, a trainer, leader, business partner, and ultimately a good friend. And she's here to give us some information, drop some truth bombs and knowledge, and help us learn and grow and make our business and life better. So, without further ado, take it away, Miss Mint.
Thank you very kindly, and all the same accolades back to you, Timoteo. As we were talking just a moment ago before we joined this meeting, there's this realization about what is consciousness, because this is really where the power is. How can I really build my business or change my life or make some improvements, jump track? I've been that way for so long. I want to be different. I decide how I want to be different. How do I do that? And it's really actually pretty easy. It's called willful consciousness. And we've been taught that things don't change instantaneously, but they actually do. And there's lots of studies that reflect this, particularly those at the UCSD campus. They have a inner science research foundation, and that has thousands of cases a year of people who experience spontaneous healing in a moment. Highly documented. And what we realized is that there's a invisible field that we all live in. We call it air, whatever, but it's alive and it's charged. And there's nothing in our world, absolutely nothing, not my glasses or my hat or my bottle or anything like that. There's nothing that doesn't have consciousness to it. A rock has consciousness to it. Nikola Tesla had a lot to say about crystals having consciousness. So having an awareness that everything has consciousness to it, that means everything can be cooperative for whatever changes we want. Now, some people may call it silly, but there's a lot of people who talk to their car. They name their car. They love their car. Some more than others. Okay. But you talk nice to it. Some people have computers and they know that I got to talk nice to this computer because it can be pretty glitchy. And I was like, come on, you know how you love to do this. Let's do it together. Here we go. Okay, one more time. All right, let's try it. And this field that we generate, it's magnoelectric. I've talked about this many times, magnoelectric. So that magnetism is involved with, I mean, your computer's got plenty of metal in it. That should be, kind of easy to understand about, old magnets. So, a magnet can stick to metal, blah, blah. So our energy has the power of that magnet. It's the same thing. So as we're choosing what type of magnet we want to be, the universe replies, whatever we want. The words are the magic spells. They go into our ear and program our mind, but also the words are the magic spells that create frequency and vibration. If you want a really cool video, I'll look for it. I'll send it to you. It's a vibration video, and it has a car that's playing a bunch of music like that. And they turn the music up and you can see the metal of the car moving like water. And it's hard for us to understand that because we think of metal as, something hard and it's solid. But nothing is hard and solid. Everything is pliable. 99.999% of everything is nothing, according to science. But it's not. It's the morphogenetic field, or any other words you want to call it. So having an awareness that I am the powerful creator in this field. So what do we want to manifest? Well, I want to manifest a bestseller. Okay. It's going to be harder to do that if I'm trying. Oh, let me try. That's creating resistance. If you enjoy writing, oh, this is so fun. I made myself laugh again. Wrote it again. Oh my gosh, an hour went by. That was so fun. It has to be a sense of ease to it. That's really the only way to manifest. Otherwise, it's kind of like a rubber band. We'll stretch it back with our effort, but it goes back to its natural form. Besides that, if we are a magnet for it, then it comes to us, and there's really no effort to that at all. So what do we want? Step by step. Why do we even want that? Well, because I enjoy, that, and, bring me another income. I was like, okay, so why do you need another income? Well, just things are expensive and blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, wanting more money to pay bills is not really a divine manifestation. So let's have some divine manifestations. And being of service to others means that we're always compensated by the universe. Sometimes it's financial, sometimes it's not. Example, one of my clients had a water filtration machine. And when they renovated their kitchen, they got a whole house water filter. And they didn't want that clunky thing cluttering up the counter. And they really didn't even want to go through the trouble of listing it and answering the phone to talk about it, blah, blah, blah. So they just gave it to me. It's $5,000. All right, it's used. $3,000. Whatever. I don't know. But the fact is, it required no effort from me at all. I just had the will to have clean, fresh water that's charged the way that my body needs it. And I love using acid water to clean things. It works better than bleach. It's just amazing. Put some acid water in a little spray bottle and see how it takes off. It's just wonderful. It doesn't have to be hard, but we do have to focus. In 2008, I got a big download of what my life could look like. And it was magnificent. It's what movies are made of. But I'm not focusing on, I need it all now. I was given the download. It's available to me. I apologize. And what do I need to change about myself to be the magnet for that experience? Let's just say if you're looking for, a partner, how you want your partner to treat you. He's always this way and he does that and he never me. We can't get other people to change. How do I change? Okay, so if I'm in a relationship, then I have to take command over myself, be the example to the other person on good communication, on staying calm, on being generous, on putting the other person first, knowing that I can meet my own needs and I'm not dependent on another. And whatever they provide for me is surplus. It's a nice feeling because then you're in a relationship of abundance. Everything is a perk. And if you're not in a relationship of abundance, what do I need to change about myself? Stop dating the wrong guy because I'm not dating the right guy. Number one, if you're dating Mr. Wrong, Mr. Right is not available to you. So you have to make yourself available. What do I want? I want someone who's trustworthy. Let me be trustworthy. I want someone who's a good communicator. Let me communicate well. I want someone who's healthy. Let me get healthy. Let me take some of these products. What is this? Oh my gosh, this is the quickest, easiest way to get healthy. Just do for myself and attract to me. What do I want? I want people who use their intellect for their good and the good of others. What do I want? Somebody with a sense of humor. I love being goofy. I don't want to feel awkward like I'm the only goofball here. Let's all play and have fun. I like to have fun. I want to get the job done and have more fun. So let me have fun while I'm doing the job. Reframe it from a task into pavers that move me onto the path forward for what I want and deserve. There's the worthiness. Do you not think you're worthy? I met a lot of people the other day who says, I want what you have. And I said, you can have it. You can have everything that I have. You have to know that you're worthy. Oh, I don't think so. Well, then you don't get it. You have to know that you're worthy, and you don't have to change anything about you really to know that you're worthy. You can be a work in process. It's still happening. I'm more worthy all the time. I'm more reputable all the time. I'm a better communicator all the time. I say these things because this is who I want to be. And then I'm not exactly sure what day it happened, because it was just like, watching paint dry. I don't know when it happened. It just seemed to happen. Consistency, little things consistently makes a big difference. It adds up to a whole lifetime. So I call it the K's in life. Mentioned this in another video. It's a constantly improving process. CPI is what a lot of business people call it, continuous process improvement. So whatever you want to call it, make it a program. One of my favorite things that's really been probably one of the biggest pivot points in my life is when I decided to put a program in my mind, and it sounds like this. Everything is always working out for my best interest. And I liked that program, but I didn't believe it. I wanted to believe it, but I couldn't. For some reason, I had a mental block. So I found if I added a few more words so that I could rest my ego a little bit, and now it says, everything is always working out for my best interest, especially when it doesn't seem like it is. So when I added on that little tagline, my mind stopped arguing with me. And I said, okay, well, it sure doesn't seem like it is. So how is it working out for my best interest? So since I already dismissed my mind on the obvious, it doesn't seem like it is, that it didn't argue with me. And then it had another program. What is the highest and best good of this? Because I don't see it right now. And that means as I'm navigating the minutia of whatever it is, I'm expecting to find gold. I'm expecting that there's going to be something that I could not identify from my previous perspective. And if I tell myself, I know it, I know it, I know everything is working out for my best interest, especially when it doesn't seem like it is. Because one, that's the test. Are you going to respond? Am I going to respond and say, oh, this sucks? Because guess what? I calibrated to something unpleasant because I judged it, book by the cover. I judged it. So every time I judge, I'm missing something and I'm keeping myself from what I really want. Now, when I got this download about my life, there was a lot to it. It's not meant for me to jump into everything all at once. I mean, I'm talking multiple properties, multiple countries, all different types of business relationships, platforms, missions. So there's a lot. I can't do it all at once. So what I can do is I can keep modifying myself so that when something does come to me, I'm ready for that. And now I've got that. And then I build on that. And then from there, I'm going to do it again. And I'm going to build on that. There's a lot of big changes that happen inside that create the changes outside. I'm going to give you this came to mind in this moment. There I am in the dentist's office, and the dentist said, aren't you tired of having your teeth all crooked like that? You know, we could fix those and you could walk out of here today with a perfect smile. And I had some low self-esteem about my crooked teeth. My parents did not give me braces. Other people's parents got them braces, but I didn't get any. So I got what I got. And I liked the idea of having a perfect smile. And then I found out the process. We'll grind your teeth down, and then we'll put in new teeth, and we'll even guarantee those new teeth for 10 years. 10 years. I've had these teeth all my life and I don't have one cavity and I've never had a cavity. So why would I grind down healthy, strong teeth so I can look different for 10 years? In that moment, bing, my self-esteem went up. I actually love my healthy teeth, just the way they are. And thank you for presenting that to me to make it clear to me how much I love strong, healthy teeth above aesthetics. We have to really ask ourselves, why do we want what we want? Because maybe we don't want that. Maybe that was a program running. Maybe the program said, I'm not good enough because other people have straighter teeth than I do and they're better than me. Maybe that's what TV showed me, with all their wonderful models who are usually very unhealthy people. I worked in Hollywood for a long time, but they look good. And I was also a makeup artist. So I would be the person to fix these people up to get them camera ready. It's an illusion. None of it is real. What is real to you? Make it real, make it valuable, make it important. Start right there and watch the things come. And they'll come. And it won't take any effort at all. Changing our own state and being a powerful vibration. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but I was having a meeting with somebody who felt that it was important to yell at me in person. They couldn't call me on the phone and yell at me. They had to schedule a meeting to yell at me in person. And that irritated me. So from the night before, when I heard about the meeting, all the way up until halfway through the meeting, I had a gradually worse attitude. and the inner dialogue, like, this is so unfair. Why is this inconveniencing me? This is sacrificing my quality of life, blah, blah, blah. And I got in the meeting and I'm an opinionated person and I am a smart aleck sometimes. And I said some things that I shouldn't have said that weren't nice. They were just, negative comments. And when I heard myself say it, I knew this is not my authenticity. I'm not centered. I shouldn't be speaking when I'm in this type of vibration. So while the person was yelling at me, I did the calibration activity. I crossed my legs and I kept my eyes open and I kept eye contact with the person. And they didn't know, these little movements, when I say sway side to side, they don't know what I'm doing. And I did the calibration activity right in the office while this whole dialogue was going on. I did the breathing, and then I sealed it. They don't know what I'm doing. I'm thinking, but I had to seal it. And what I will tell you is the entire vibe of the room and everybody in it seemed to change instantly. The dialogue changed, the tones changed. And then, oh, what can I do for you? And we appreciate you so much. And thank you so much for coming in today. And, and you've been doing such a great job. Oh my gosh, I never hear things like this from this person. Astonishing. And a couple minutes after the meeting, one of the supervisors comes over to me and says, hey, we had a little discussion after you left and you don't have to come in again, for the meeting tomorrow. You're excused. So you can just, do your thing. Wow, how cool. And then the lady who has been the biggest thorn in my side in my adult life, except for my other couple close relationships, she came over to me. There's always got to be somebody to remind us of something. I had, in my entire life, I had two people to play the villain. And when those people weren't in my life, I didn't have any villains. So I needed a new one to prove to myself that I can manage my state completely independent of all circumstance. And because of that experience, this lady came over to me later in the day and she pulled up a chair next to me and she wanted to have a little chit chat and so on and so forth. And the lady wound up hugging me. I'm going to tell you, she opened her arms to me. She says, "Oh, baby." And she wrapped her arms around me and she put my head on her bosom. And I'm taller than her. So I got to like crouch down, snuggle in there. And that was a sign to me because I've written this lady up for HR so many times. I am her biggest pain in the butt. I challenge her to do the right thing again and again and again. But this time I got it right. I find that to be miraculous because I can't make anybody change, but I can change myself. And I got to see the difference that my change made with other people. You want to grow your business? You want to have better relationships in your life? Change yourself. Change yourself in the moment. Something. Just decide, I'm going to breathe. Just decide, I'm going to drink more water. Just decide something. I'm going to get more sleep. If we're continually improving ourselves, our activities up level. Guess what? When I get more sleep and I do those other things, my cognitive functions go up. My intuitive functions go up. I can get it done quicker, 5 minutes or less. Do it now. And that being said, I think I've made my point. I would like to know, please, 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 never believe anything I say. Test it for yourself. My word means nothing unless you experience it, and then it's relevant. Right now, it's just an idea. But if you test it for yourself and you have an experience, then you have knowledge. It's not a belief. It's not a placeholder. Remember, belief has that word lie in the middle. It could be true, might not be true, but you believe it. I believed a lot of stuff. This is a funny one. I believed that I wasn't smart. My mom said, "Your brother's the smart one. You're the creative one." Because my brother could do math in his head almost instantly. And math was not my subject, which I'm actually very good at now. But there came a time in my life when all of a sudden I went, wait a minute. I've just downloaded 700 pages off the Office of Environmental Health Hazards. There are 5 and 7 syllable words in here, and I know what most of these segments are. I know poly, I know bi, I know this and that, and I can put it together, and I actually comprehend what I'm reading. Oh my God. I'm smart. I finally saw myself. So the last thing that I'm going to leave with you, and this is in my book, What I Think of You is None of My Business. Oh, wait, no, I just forgot. Never mind. It's going to be a teaser. You have to get the book. But there is in the book, Better is Better. And I mentioned that one before. And if you want more info, you got to reach out to me. I love that you watch the videos, watch them on replay, but there's really, really no substitute for person to person, voice to voice, voice to ear, that type of thing. So let's connect more. Just in the moment, for no reason, just because it's an inclination with whomever, and test it. See how things are different. Observe. All right. I decided not to tease you. I'm going to tell you the last part of this. This was another wonderful download. Try to see yourself the way that you are now, and not the way you or anybody else thinks that you used to be. I meet people who've known me a long time and they still see me the same way. They have no idea what I've done with my life in the last 15 years, 25 years, whatever. They don't know. There are a lot of people who only know me as a musician. They only know me as a songwriter, as a producer, as a vocalist. They only know me that way. So if they're trying to see me somewhere else, some other way, and they have a projection of the way that I am, it's going to be difficult for them to jump track. So fortunately, my opinion and view of myself is not contingent on that. And the reason that this came to me is because I actually had Great Spirit give me this saying pertaining to another person, somebody who was projecting onto me the way that I used to be. And I said, can you try to see me the way that I am now and not the way that you think that I used to be? And about a month later, when I told the story, I realized that the story was for me. My words into my ear meant, can you try to see yourself the way that you are now and not the way that you used to be? Stop judging. Let it go. Let the past go. We've all made a lot of improvements just because we got the same shell, right? Just because the vessel looks similar, it still looks like Timoteo. It still looks like Mintarella. How would I know that I'm different? Just trust that you are. Try to see yourself the way that you are now. And you'll probably be a lot happier about the modifications that you're going to be making when you give yourself some credit for how far you've already come. Good enough? Thank you kindly. Appreciate your attention. Appreciate your input. Appreciate the love that you give to yourself more than anything. And I appreciate Timoteo for being such a wonderful host and caring, just caring. Wow. More and more of us are being attracted to this energy. And he's a wonderful example of a magnet. He's always putting himself out there, just offering, just being of service. I'm just offering a little bit of information. I'm just inviting. If you're interested in this, I invite you to reach out to me. It's light. It's easy. It's not that hard. So look at the programs that are running, decide if they're not serving you, if it says that this is hard or this isn't going to be easy or if this is going to take a long time or anything like that. That's a program and it needs to be plucked. Easiest way to do that is say something the opposite of that. Things come to me so quickly and easily that are for my best interest. I really enjoy the process as I'm embarking on all these new things and developing myself. It's so fun. Speak to yourself kindly, and then we'll attract more, and then we'll be kind to other people. And then the greatest gift to me, I got a testimonial from one of my clients, and it was about 1 minute and 20 seconds. And the last thing that she said, Mint taught me unconditional love. I couldn't ask for anything more. We all have the same potential. I'm really nobody special. I'm just practicing a lot. So do your practice, make it nice, make it fun. And we'll catch you later. Mwah!
Bye. Peace.
Thank you.